I remember I sent bro FLPs. It's like old melodies, 2017 melodies, and then you got the new sauce on there, and people are like, "Oh man, that's like old Future. This shit hard."
Focused, you know what I'm saying? Like lyrics first. When you're skilled at your craft, I'm gonna appreciate that, regardless of what. You know, image is just image.
If I could just give out one general piece of advice for lo-fi: compose with frequency in mind, texture matters, and groove matters.
A gem for producers, bro. Don't fucking stop practicing your melody. They may fucking suck right now. It happens. We all sucked at one point, but just keep practicing.
Do not give up. Like, no matter how nothing bad gets, bro. If you feel like this is what you want to do, bro, and you feel like this is what's gonna take you to the level of you just being happy, not even just happy, bro, just like happy financially, bro. Stick to this, bro. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different.
Check, 1, 2. What's up with y'all? You already know it's your boy 215 Got Beats, aka Streets, aka you already know this. Producer's new favorite podcast, Let Me Rap With You. And you already know we are back for another episode. You know, we are 3 seasons in, season 3. We already know how we do this. So we're not even going to waste no time, because y'all already know that this podcast is sponsored by Demolier. You know, thank you, Drippin'. You ain't drippin' until you come shop with us. You know, make sure you get my guy Smash 215 at Demolier Shop. That's DEMOLIR Shop. No underscore, no none of that. Y'all already know this. Got some new collections in there, so you better go shop right now before the bag go up. And of course, you know this podcast is sponsored by Major Loops. You know, looking for some placement-worthy samples? 808s, kicks, claps, snares, open hats, hi-hats, closed hats, percussions, toms, whatever, you name it. Omnisphere banks, construction kits. Shout out to my guy Roy Lux, MajorLoops.com. Great kits, great prices. And of course, you know this podcast is sponsored by No Rival Shop. You know, make sure you get my guy The Mind. You know, go shop on NoRivalShop.com. You know, great collections. You know, the Ninth Art Piece Collection, the Wolves Collection, the Burning Piece Collection. And of course, as y'all know, because we have announced it already on the social media and a couple of episodes previously, we now have the Let Me Rap With You merch. And it is now live on No Rival Shop. We will definitely have the link in our link tree. We'll have the link in our descriptions, so people can just go right directly on the website and go, you know, shop for your Let Me Rap With You merch today. You know, we got tees, joggers, mask, lighters, and rolling trays, you know. Got all that available for you. We are going to have more stuff for you coming soon, but you know, this is just a start, and you know, everything has a beginning and everything has more, but this is not a beginning that's going to end. We are going to be here, you feel me? So, but you already know, random positive vibes, you feel me? Hope everybody doing good, cooking up, artists, recording, reference tracks, new singles, working on a project. Producers, same thing, because producers work on projects too. You know, working on some new beats, working to upload to that Beatstars, or you know, new marketing strategy. You know, however that comes about. You feel me? Gotta get that last little bit out, and you know, photographers got some lit pics. I've been seeing a lot of photographers and videographers. They've been doing some very lit shit during COVID. Let's actually talk about this right now before we actually get into the, you know, the guest call and everything. You know, I've been seeing a lot of photographers and a lot of videographers. They have been making way. They've been making way, and not even just videographers. People just doing videos in general, because I've been, you know, doing the conference, the Clubhouse conference, has been in a couple of conversations with some people. And you know, videos is definitely, visual content is definitely a big factor in getting your name out there nowadays, especially, you know, because nowadays what producers, even producers, I'm going to say this, but artists, and I think a lot of artists are, you know, coming to this conclusion, it's not just dropping a song no more, getting it on a bunch of Spotify playlists and, you know, yada yada. It's more than just dropping now. And you know, it's all about visual content. It's all about what people are seeing, not just what they're hearing. And you know, that plays a big part, especially photographers, you know, videographers. Y'all play a big part. Oof, gas, god damn. You know, y'all play a big part into making people look good, especially, you know, I may be, you know, recording the podcast visually from here inside the office and all that, but when I walk out that door, I usually got other people that are, handling, my imagery or stuff like that. If you ever see like me in a lit photo shoot, this, that, and the third, that came from my people. So, you feel me? Like it's just so much. And photographers, videographers definitely don't get the appreciation they deserve, and I'm definitely going to make sure that, we definitely get some more here to definitely discuss their perspective about it. But, besides that, it's been a good 2021 for some people. I've been seeing a lot of creatives. Times are still hard, but like I said, people still making way. And to me, that's just lit. Larkin. Oh snap! I already had his email before we even booked this interview. Okay. See, that's what networking is for a motherfucker. Shit. Cause today's guest, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be a conversation because this guy was around when I was still rapping. I was rapping way before I made beats. And this guy is younger than me. And I'm 27. So this kid's been around for a minute. Well, he not a kid no more, but we were kids. Well, it's been a long minute. And, we definitely had to, clutch this interview. And, honestly, because people don't know, like, shout out to the platforms that are out right now, but, when there were no platforms, my guy was around. And, it's good to, oh, snap. That was fast as hell. Well, looks like we're going to take this discussion right to the interview. Yeah. Looks like my audio's connecting. Gary, say yours connected? All right, bet. Your audio just connected.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yeah, sometimes with certain Zoom calls, it takes time for the joint to connect, but But you already know. Let Me Rap With You podcast. It's your boy 215 Guy Beats, aka Streets, aka you already know this. We got special guest and producer in the building who has been around in this internet era for a long minute. And I am very excited to have you in this episode for some of the discussions we're going to have. But before we get into all the shenanigans, let's pull out the red carpet for my boy, Larkin Beats in the building. What's up with you, bro?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Man, it's been a long minute, bro. Cause like I was saying before I sent you the intro segment, like before I even sent you the call, I had already had your email. But honestly, because like what people don't know, like, and I was saying it before the intro segment, it's a long history,
Yes, sir.
And honestly, like it's a little history with us too, because like I was telling people, because like everybody know, like I was rapping before, I was doing beats and everything and all that. So like, what people don't understand was that like some of the songs that I was coming out with, a couple of songs that I came out with, me and the gang, you had produced a couple of them, co-produced a couple with Libra Beats, shout out to 808 Genius, and like I said, it's just like a lot of history. But before we get into the fun shenanigans and all that, we're going to start from the very beginning of where Larkin came from and how music even came about for you.
So obviously I've always liked music. Like, who doesn't, man? Like, music's universally, it's like one of the best things in the world. And when I was about, I think I was about 16, I was kind of like stuck with what to do. I think I just left secondary school. So yeah, I was about 16. And obviously I was into music, but and like making music, I've kind of never thought about it. And I kind of, there's a college in my local area where I went to, and I kind of learned to use Logic Pro. And that was when I was, as I said, when I was 16. So I did that. And like, it was all right. And I didn't really enjoy it. Like Logic Pro, man, I can't get used to it. To this day, I still can't use it. I think it's so hard, bro. Like, just give me FL Studio. And when I found FL Studio, I started making beats properly. And I kind of self-taught how to use FL, and I kind of just fell in love with it, bro. And I just grinded and taught myself how to make beats like that. And I loved every minute of it. It was so good.
Did a friend put you on the FL Studio, or you just found it amongst your own research?
Yeah, because obviously, like I said, Logic, I couldn't get on with it. So I was looking around for other things to use. And it's funny because when I was at college, I kind of told my college tutor, I was like, I'm using FL Studio instead of Logic. Mm-hmm. And I think he was like, maybe like 50, 60 years old. And he was like, oh, no, FL's trash. Like, FL's like, it's a joke. And I was like, and obviously at the time I didn't really know. I was like, well, it works for me, so I'll kind of roll with it. And obviously everyone uses FL now, so it's the go-to, man. And yeah, without FL Studio, mate, I would have been nowhere.
I'm gonna say Image Line was just the future for you before everybody else even knew it. Shout out to Image Line.
Yes, sir.
But besides FL and Pro Logic, did you find any other digital audio workstations in between the time?
No, I honestly, once I found FL, man, it was just so the workflow on FL. I've only used FL and Logic, and the workflow is just so good. It's so easy. It's so quick just to make things, put ideas down, and that's kind of how I like to work.
That's crazy. And it's crazy because like when I was making beats, I was just making beats on a hardware keyboard before I even found FL. So like literally, bro, I didn't know about Logic. I didn't know about Adobe Audition. I didn't know about because I know people make beats on Pro Tools too. That's a whole nother episode, but I know people make beats on Pro Tools too. So like I didn't know about none of this shit when we was growing up. Like the only thing I knew was that my uncle, shout out my uncle, he had just came home. Just came home, and he had brought me a what's that brand? Casio. Casio. If I'm saying it correctly, Casio. Yeah. They had like this big ass fucking like keyboard. It's probably like literally, and anybody that's on the podcast, when they see like the YouTube visuals, like the keyboard was literally the size of the fucking podcast table right now, like literally, like, cause like I'm doing it for the 4K people, like literally, like the keyboard was the fucking size of the fucking podcast table, and like
that's crazy.
I used to just practice melodies on there because like I didn't know how to. It's crazy. This is before I even knew how to do drums, because like now I do drums over melodies, but this is back when I was.
Oh, for real?
I knew how to do melodies before I knew how to use a digital audio workstation. And by the time I came to a digital audio workstation, I already knew how to do drums because I was in class just doing shit. So it was like, I don't know, like, and then actually for me, since we're talking about digital audio workstations right now, currently my situation, and I've talked about it in a couple of the podcast episodes, but actually I'm doing a lot of stuff in Akai right now because I actually have the IMPC app on my phone. So like whenever I just have like an idea or something, like I'll just hop on my phone. Like if I'm at work or something, I'll just like literally hop on my phone and like, freaking, just do some shit. Or also, and actually let me try not to make too much of a mess while we're in the episode, but see if I can pull it out. I also got my my Akai LPD8. This is because MPC Beats, what people don't know, like Akai just made MPC Beats. Literally almost any like MIDI keyboard can integrate with that program, even like stuff for Korg and other stuff. So like, so now I got like a whole different workflow with how I'm going to do beats. But FL is definitely, I'm going to tell you why I keep FL. When it comes to mastering, I'm sorry, like I still experiment and learn how to master, but I've done all my best mastering in FL Studio. Like when people, sometimes a couple people ask me to master their stuff, they literally don't know that I'll do it right in FL Studio. like literally no bullshit, bro. Like I'll have the little presets that I got a preset with some stocks, with some stock mixers, and then also now I got like my third world. I use one of my secret, and this is actually I don't know if this is still a free VST. Hopefully it still is. Shout out to I think they're called Tokyo Drift Records or something. but I don't know. I know it's TDR. I think it stands for Tokyo Drift Records. I can't remember the exact name, but for anybody that's listening to this podcast when the episode drops, if you're looking for a good equalizing or a good mastering VST, TDR Nova for EQs and TDR Slick EQs. They have a mastering preset in there. I'll be using that for a lot of my best masterings. Like I said, this is just, but like I said, they put this genre out free, so I'm not gonna hide the sauce.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
And actually, speaking of sauce, because this is some crazy sauce. A lot of people don't know that, you know, you were around this whole internet era of beats.
Yeah, I was back ages ago.
Like, and what I was telling people, and the crazy thing is, I'm only 27, and you're younger than me, and you were in this internet era when it was still building. Like right now, and like I said in the intro segment, shout out to the Beatstars, shout out to the Airbits, the Track Trains, and you know, all these great platforms that are out here. And shout out to the, you know, the owners, the creators, the innovators. Shout out to all of you. Thank you all for giving these creatives the, you know, the tools to do what we gotta do. But when you had entered the game, Larkin, you were here before I was even on the internet, before, you know, beat selling was even cool to do. And like,
before it blew up,
Beatstars was still they were still developing their websites while you were still out in the game. This is before Beatstars. This is before myflashstore. If I remember, your first beat store was on Soundclick, correct?
Yeah, that's how I basically made my first kind of load of money, was on Soundclick. I kind of started on Soundclick, then went to myflashstore, which obviously then went to Airbit. And then I kind of, Soundclick was crazy, bro. I wasn't right at the start of Soundclick because I think like, you know, Omito Beats, like he was my guy. He kind of put me onto Soundclick, but he was on there for at least a couple years before me. It might even be more than that. But yeah, Soundclick.
Omito is a Soundclick pioneer. He is a Soundclick pioneer.
He's like, a legend of the Soundclick.
When I can say all the way back, because like I said, I'm 27. I've been rapping since 13. I think when I started going to the studio, like at 14, 15 years old, I bullshit you not, bro. You know how many studio sessions? And sometimes, even if I'm not rapping that night, you know, sometimes I'm just the boy. I just like sitting there. I like seeing shit. You know, I'm not no inside. I like seeing shit. So I will pay attention to everything. You know how many times, you know, Omito, he would have the free for nonprofit beats. You know, he do those all the time. Shout out to Omito. And you know how many times I go into a studio session and watch these motherfuckers go. This was before, honestly, hold on. Let me rip back. This was before people started ripping beats off YouTube. This is before people started ripping beats off YouTube. I'm telling you guys, because I'm 27 now, and y'all guys see, I was looking at this when I was only 13, 14 years old. With my cousin, shout out to T.S. Muller, he just started like taking me to studios and shit like that. So like, I'm literally just seeing this before I even go into the booth, before I even started like rapping like that. Literally, the majority of the beats that so many people got downloaded, those free for profit Omito beats, bro. It's insane. It is so insane. Yes. Like I sit there like if Omito would have had like let's say for example, because you know how Airbit is so great with the YouTube content ID. If this would have happened around that era, Omito would probably have so much fucking money right now. It would be insane. It would be insane because like I heard like Airbit literally shout out to my guy Slapmaster. He literally just gave me some crazy sauce last night on Clubhouse about Airbit. And I sat there like, the way motherfuckers was getting them Omito beats back then, he would have been rolling it. Even just off of free for nonprofit leases, if motherfuckers would just put them on YouTube just for promo. Like,
shout out Omito, man. That's my guy.
But I'm gonna be honest, man, like, because this is actually, I feel like I know other podcasts that interview producers who've been on SoundClick like you and Omito, but I feel like they don't ask the questions that are needed to be asked. What was the process? What was the process like of selling beats on SoundClick back in the day, because this is before we had all these integrations and, you know, all these external websites to help with a third world source. This is before Beatstars was able to get like, you know, Printful and, you know, SMS messengers and stuff like that. This was all way before we had the blessed tools that we got today. So for people like you, for people like Omito, for, you know, all the people that were, you know, making their way through SoundClick, Johnny Juliano and Vybez, like what was the process like? Whether it was just uploading the beat, the process, doing the YouTube, marketing, doing the ads, like were Google ads even good back in the day during this time? So, you know, these are the kind of questions I feel like need to be asked.
Yeah, so obviously you got your own like SoundCloud page, and you get like this third party company. They kind of like design a theme for you, and you kind of got your own, it's kind of like your own beat store, but it was on SoundClick. And then it's crazy because I was still I was 17, 18 when I was first getting into selling on SoundClick, and I kind of didn't really know marketing. I was kind of like completely fresh to it, and I had a job at the time. Well, I wasn't in a job actually. I was an apprentice, so I was earning like barely any money, and all the money I was earning, I was spending on SoundClick. What you do is buy the SoundClick ads, and every day there's like a chart, and there's like a chart for like hip hop beats, R&B beats, trap beats, and every day the chart would refresh. And the more money you spent, the higher up on the chart you were. The higher up on the chart you were, the more like you are to sell beats. So all my money was going on that SoundClick chart. And it just kind of took off. Like I was spending like $100 a day, but I was earning more than that back. And that was within like the first 8 months of selling beats. So like, and I was like, this is crazy. Like,
so you were spending about an estimate. You were spending about an estimate of $700 per week then, just on that.
Yeah, I was spending so much money on advertising, but because how good SoundClick was then, I was making so much money back. Because I was so young and I was kind of inexperienced, I was like, what the fuck's going on, man? Like, I'm making loads of money and I don't really know what I'm doing. It was crazy. I was just spending this money and I was making more than double it back. It was crazy. But it was so good.
I'm getting ready to say, and, you know, because I'm going to say it like this, because I know the majority of times, sometimes when I used to go on SoundClick back then, this is before myflashstore, when I used to go on SoundClick and just like listen to people's beats, like sometimes like homies, like we wouldn't download the beats because I was a respectful person. I really didn't like, unless like, I think I have one Omito beat that I downloaded for free, but that was because like he literally emailed that to me personally. Like he said, this was free for a nonprofit if you want to use this and all that, this, that, and the third. So like, you know, like that was the only reason why I literally did that one. And like, you know, I tagged him and all that. Like I never monetized a song or anything just out of respect for Omito, but you know, it still did good. Like, you know, and you know, I probably wouldn't even change that for the world because that was like a come up thing. So I wouldn't even change that for the world. And when I used to go on SoundClick, sometimes I think I had like it was like an autoplay on like sometimes, like, cause sometimes I would just click on the page and have like a bunch of beats, like the chart beats. Soon as I hear that female tag, that Larkin tag, I tell you, like every time. And then like that's what later on, cause like I said, the first people who I ever bought beats from was the Big Blaze and Libra Beat. Well, 808 Genius now. Back then he was known as Libra Beats. But the funny thing was, the first two set of Libra beats that I bought, you had co-produced like 2 beats out of them. So like literally, that's how our whole situation came about. Because then I started doing those tracks and all that. Like, and then when I put up the Lost track last year of the Shit Talk John, I put up the Lost track last year. I'm actually probably still gonna, because like I still like I never put it out for distribution. So I think on Libra's lease, I think it's still like 5,000 units. So I might actually put it back out when I get a chance to like redistribute everything correctly. But like no, that's the thing. Like the reason why I never put most of the songs out is because I was always a person that was fair about splits. I've seen so many people get robbed in the industry So I just stayed on the SoundCloud, YouTube, like that Piff Audio Mac route until I really like learned like, okay, you just really got to get in touch with people, know their splits and know their information, this, that, and the third. Like, that's why I never really, exactly. Like, I know, like, trust me, I probably really would be in a better place now if I knew this information then, but I'm glad back then I still didn't, like, I just, I got too much respect. Like, I got a hit like R&B type John that you and Nagra produced that's sitting in the bucket right now. But but actually what I might do is, because I got a muse, so like, I haven't been able to get in touch with Nagra. Nagra's busy. He's busy.
No, I still talk to Nagra. I actually had a chat with him the other day. He's popping off at the moment, man. He's doing crazy. He's working with artists in the US and the UK. He's doing bits. I'm so happy for him. He's such a down to earth man.
See, what people don't understand, like you, Nagra, like people like y'all were like pioneers of the internet producing business before this shit really came about. Because like you said, you was on SoundClick making bank. Nagra was one of the first, and I'm not going to say he was one of the first, but Nagra was one of the first bedroom internet producers to really put internet producing to sell beats, beat leasing, like putting yourself out there. Because Nagra was really 100%. after Taz Taylor, because remember, when Taz first came out, in the industry and doing that, we all remember that Taz had to take all the hits. All the industries, all the P-Rocks and all them looking at him like, oh, like you ain't doing nothing, this, that, and the third. You just an internet producer.
Yeah.
Taz Taylor had to take all the hits. And shout out to Taz, because he took those hits like a man. Now, do we even?
He's unstoppable now, bro.
Lemonade is playing like 12 times on the radio at my job every day while I'm at work. So like, do I even really need to say anything? Taz, Internet Money, shout out to y'all. Hopefully, that's another interview. But, back to the story. Like I said, Taz, the Internet Monies, the Nagras, the Omitos, the Larkins.
Yeah.
It was you, the people, it was y'all that put Vybez too. Johnny, Juliano. I know I'm gonna leave some people out, bro. It's a long list of y'all that really put. I'm gonna leave some names out. So if I leave names out, guys, I apologize. Johnny, Juliano, Vybez. There are so many names we can go down the list. Jalil Beats. When Nagra came out, and if I remembered, I think this was around the time I think Nagra got the Post Malone placement off of Post Malone's album, if I remember. I think it was around this time. I'm not going to have the information correct. I'm going to see if I can look for the article while we're actually doing this interview. But when Nagra came out, there were two people. It was Nagra and Keanu Beats, because Keanu was actually the one that got interviewed by hotnewhiphop.com. Let me not get it misconstrued. Keanu was actually one of the first ones to get interviewed. Then Nagra later on started getting his spotlight. But they were ones who put internet producing on a higher span, because once the Nagras, the Keanus, and all them started getting placements, that's when it's like, oh, this shit's for real.
Yeah, 100%.
Because, Keanu doing the interview with hotnewhiphop.com, talking about, working with some of the internet producers that we work with today. Yeah, so it's like, and then Nagra's just going crazy now. Like, I remember Nagra was doing all these R&B underground songs, all these R&B.
They were so,
and they're still lit. And it's crazy. Like, so Nagra was making hits with artists who weren't, like, basically these artists were ahead of their time, just like Nagra was. And now it's like everybody's just going crazy.
Like, he'd send me we talking like WhatsApp and stuff. And like we'd send like beats back and forth, and sometimes he'd send me beats. I'm like, fucking hell, bro! Like, this shit is just absolutely crazy. Like, it's just the feelings you get from his music, man. It's just so good, and I'm so happy for him. I'm so glad that he's doing well.
Yep. Oh yeah, I found an article. It was Keanu Beats. Let's see, because this article had dropped March 1st, 2017.
Damn. Bloody hell.
But remember,
that's crazy.
And you guys been around since SoundClick, and SoundClick has been here forever.
Yeah. Yeah,
producers,
that's
and like I'm just saying this for the fans. Producers, you got to understand that some of the guys that we love today, they really came further than what we think. Well, not than what we think, but like what some of y'all think, because I know. Because when I was a rapper, and honestly, bro, I think you can speak for this. A couple of producers can speak for this. Even when, because like, you know, we was on Twitter a lot. When I was still rapping, even though I wasn't producing, I was actually one of the few creatives on Twitter that actually always gave love to the producer community. I was always like that.
yeah, 100%.
So, like, before the producer community was even a thing, like I was actually one of the first people to like, and this is why I feel like I was one of the perfect people to start a podcast about this, because people like y'all can speak
definitely.
to say like I was behind y'all, I was supporting, I was paying attention, like I was literally watching producers come from nothing way before Beatstars, and then when Beatstars and all that came into the picture, everybody, well, not everybody, but then, you know, more people just started going crazy after that, the innovation.
Yeah, that's exactly 100%.
And speaking of innovation,
Yeah, and a big love
because
for that,
we're gonna talk about your innovation, because after you started banking out on SoundClick, you started coming out with these crazy ass kits, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, not a lot of people have the MIDI kits that you have. How do you come up? How like, bro? I'm gonna say this. How do you come up with your secret midis? Because I'm gonna say it like this. I'm one of the only few producers who can say this, because I literally got your whole bundle sitting in my, in my FL right now. And well, FL and, Akai. I literally got that, but like not even just your midis, but your drums.
No, man. I always, when I make music and when I was making kits, I wanted it to be the best that it could be. Like, obviously, any producer can put out a kit. It's not hard to put a kit together, but I didn't ever want to put out something that I wouldn't use myself. So I would always, like, man, some of those kits, there was one of them, I can't remember the name of it, but it took me absolutely ages. And I was up for hours and hours just making it and trying to make sure that it was good and that people would like it, because if people don't like it, that's a bad reflection on me, and I don't want that. Like, if people buy my kit and then like, well, this ain't a very good kit, like, I just wasted my money, and then that's just looks shit on me. So I always wanted to make sure that it was good, that people actually use it, because obviously at the end of the day, that's what kits are for.
Well, let me see if I can help you refresh your memory and see what kit that was, because I got all your kits sitting right here in my FL Studio, and I just pulled it up for you. So we have Gatorade, Lost in Kyoto, Nocturnal, The Lore Era, The Lore Forgiven.
It was the Lord. It was the 3 Lord kits. It was like a sequel, and I kind of like the way I did them. It was like I was trying to make them like link in like a history way. I was on like some weird creative vibe, but I don't really know what was going on. But they kind of like all linked with the same name and kind of like things from history and stuff like that. It's kind of really weird and has no relevance to music at all, but I just thought it looked cool and sounded cool.
Actually, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to tell, the producer fans why they should purchase your all kit bundle and just save the money and not just buy all the kits separately. But I'm going to specifically talk about the Lord series kits right now for this quick segment. The drums in every folder. Unfucking believable. I'm going to say it like this, trap producers, because this is coming from, like, I do trap beats the majority, but I'm versatile with my beats. But I'm going to say it like this: trap producers, if you buy Larkin's kit, be ready for some experimentation, because I'm going to say it like this: I have never heard such authenticity, such atmosphere, such ambience, such liveness behind digital drums. Like, I've never, like, you made digital drums sound like these motherfuckers was made in the mountains or something. Like you fucking took a plane trip to Wyoming and chill with Kanye for a fucking couple months and shit to make this kit. Like that's kind of the feeling. Like if Kanye had this kid, this will be
crazy.
This will be my beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy all over again. I think that's my best critique sentence I can give.
A lot of my kind of like the reason it sounded like that is because my whole sound is inspired by Clubs Casino. He is probably my favorite producer of all time. Like when I first heard his and Rocky's mixtape, or not his and Rocky's, his Beats on Rocky's mixtape, I was like, this is absolutely crazy. And that sound, that kind of like eerie, dark, muddy sound, it's just crazy. And that's kind of I tailored a lot of my music around that, because that feeling I got from that music, I wanted to trying to replicate it. Obviously, I don't want to copy it, but that was just kind of my idea of what my music wanted to sound like.
For sure. And actually, speaking of artists and all that, A$AP Rocky Plans and them, you being a person that's been in the, the internet game and putting beats out for a minute, for a long time, what were some of the artists that not even just purchased your beats, but that a couple that you built chemistry with throughout the years? What were some of the favorite artists that you worked with? Don't gotta be major. They, even if they were just starting out, like what were some of the ones that you enjoyed working with?
There's one called Kem. He's a Canadian rapper. And he bought one of my beats, and it was one of the first times where an artist purchased my beat, and then he done like a proper video, and the video was like proper, like it was it looked professional, but like it wouldn't have looked out of place if it had 2 million views, like 5 million views. You know what I mean? And I was kind of like, holy shit, like that's my beat, and it works well together. So shout out Kem, because that was crazy. And like I remember like sharing my parents, like, this is what I made, and like we made this together, and they were like, oh, holy, like this is amazing, like well done. Like it's just crazy. And that was probably the first time I ever realized, like,
shout out to mom and dad.
Yeah, always. And this was the first time I kind of realized this is such a cool thing to do. And when it all comes together, like the beat and the artist and his creative side, it's just a beautiful thing. I love it.
For sure. And
shout out Cam.
I'm Gary. Say, do you still receive royalties to this day off of that song?
I don't at the moment. A lot of that kind of, when I stopped making beats, probably like 2 years ago, but it kind of got lost, and I stopped kind of linking up with artists and talking to artists. So a lot of work that I did kind of got lost, and that's what I'm trying to.
So everything is kind of a reset for you.
Yeah, that's what this kind of, maybe I probably started trying to focus again on music about 3 months ago, maybe 2 months ago, and kind of this year.
Because a lot of people was shocked when Larkin had returned to the internet, because even I was shocked. I'm like, because I had just literally, bro, I'm like, I bullshit you not. I had just returned to that page that week. And I sat there like, oh, Larkin's back? I'm like, oh, shit.
Bro, I proper fucked myself up, like, mentally, though, trying to making music. It was so unhealthy. That's why I stopped, mainly, because it wasn't healthy for me at all. The amount of hours I was awake and not sleeping just because I wanted to make money and make music, it was the most unhealthy lifestyle I've ever seen. And I had to stop, because I don't know what would have happened, but it wasn't good. The amount of time I was just not ever sleeping, I was just up working all the time. It was not healthy.
So honestly, this is a very important factor that I think we should really actually speak more on this right now, because in today's, producer era, we're in an era where, like, producers can easily get fooled off of they'll look at a tweet and think, oh, I gotta make 10, 20 beats a day. I gotta stay up for X amount of hours just to do this, that, and the third. But so for somebody who's had the experience of actually doing this shit, what is your intake on producers spreading that whole, oh, you gotta stay up, like you gotta be up X amount of time, you gotta do X amount, this, that, and the third to get where you want to be?
No, you don't need to do that at all. Like, I was doing it because I was, as I said previously, I was like 18. So this was all new to me. and all I wanted to do. I had such a young mindset, and because I was starting to see a lot of money, I was like, all I want to do is just keep making more money. And I thought, if I don't upload a beat today, I'm going to lose out on X amount of money. If I don't make it X amount of beats today, I'm going to have bad karma, and I'm not going to be able to kind of make X amount this month. And it was just like a complete head fuck. And like, I couldn't stop working because all I wanted to do was make sure I was uploading beats, like on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, interacting with people. And I just never, ever stopped. There was never an off button. Like, I never went outside. I never met with my friends. I was just working all the time. And it got to a point where it wasn't fun anymore. Like, obviously, everyone makes music. People make music to have fun. People make music to escape. And I was making music I was just doing it because I thought I had to, and there was no enjoyment to it anymore. And that's basically the reason why I had to stop.
I'm not gonna lie, I have to relate to that because like I had took a little hiatus myself, and like, you know, some people think that like I did the podcast to like escape doing beats. No, I did the podcast because like, you know, like I said, it's people that can speak for me. I've been ranting about producer politics and the producer community for years. I've been ranting about this shit for years. I just finally found an outlet. And, you know, my friend's been telling me to do a podcast since 2018, bro. So this is coming from like, people told me I should have been doing it. So like, you know, this isn't just like something that was just like off the wall. Mm-hmm. But same thing with my hiatus too. Like now, yes, my goal right now, of course, is to put me in a position to where I can financially be stable, make money at a weekly basis to where, you know, I don't have to work a job anymore. Of course, that is my, you know, my goal. But also, especially in the kind of position I'm in, because I work with artists, I have a label, I have the podcast, I have the merch and all that. So, you know, I've been having to learn to create a balance around these things and not
balance is key, bro.
Yeah, I think you're a person that can definitely talk about that right now, about learning balance, because I'm still in the stage where it's like I can't preach about it, but you know, like I know you're somebody that's, you know, that came from that position, that a lot of producers that they want to be in that position, but I think they need to understand that you have to find balance even when you're in that position. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I lost so much. Like, I think when I stopped, my YouTube channel was like 13,000 subscribers. Like, it was growing at a good rate. I was like, every kind of post on Instagram, I'd have so many comments of like people saying that they like my music. I was in such a good spot in my music, and I kind of lost it all. Like, who knows? Like, if I carried on, I might have been working with artists, big artists. I don't know. And I think about it all the time, man. I'm like, if I just carried on and stayed working, would I be working with, you know, Drake? Would I be? Maybe not. Maybe, but it always plays in my mind. But I just couldn't do it. And any artists out there, like, if you don't need to work 18 hours, 19, 20 hours on your music every day. Find a balance. Go outside. Go be healthy, meet your friends. It's so important, man. Especially in the times we're in at the moment. I know everyone's probably sick to death of the old pandemic, but it's so important, man. Have a balance in your life.
Yeah, I'm going to say, because I know you're out there in London, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I'm in the UK. I'm a couple hours from London, but yeah, the whole UK is in lockdown right now, so it's kind of peak.
Yeah, so I know it's definitely hard trying to find that balance out there, especially in y'all position. I mean, out here in America, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, with the way motherfuckers is out here, we kind of should be, but you know, I'm not the president or nothing, so hey, whatever, fuck it. But you know, I still follow the rules. But you know, creating a balance is something that I'm definitely learning. You know, even if it's just like it don't matter what I do. Like when I come home, before I even do anything, like music wise or in the office, before I come in the office, I like to spend time with my girl first. Cause like
that's important, bro.
Yeah, because like I don't like everything. Like I don't like being a selfish person. You feel me? Like I know what it's like being one. I was one. So you feel me?
Same. Yeah, exactly the same, bro.
So I'm glad like creating balance. Like that's definitely something that is a big factor that producers, y'all need to take that gem. Like create a balance, create a schedule. Like Todd Bumpin said on season 2, scheduling your time is a big factor. That is something that I'm actually definitely about to take for 2021 that he told me on that, episode.
Yeah, definitely. And now like I've had the kind of break and I've come back to music, it's kind of like I started again. Like there's no, because I'm not doing it, obviously when I was doing it full time and that's when I had all the pressure. But now I'm not doing it full time. The kind of fun has come back. I can be creative. I'm not just churning out beats like a robot just to sell. I'm making beats that I want to make, and I'm making a sound that I want to make now. And it's just, and I would like, just make sure you've got balance and don't become a robot, basically.
For me, that's the scariest thing. Like,
I was a beat making robot. It was horrible.
I say it like this: my beat store can be the robot, but when somebody come to me, like, "What's up? Let me rap with you real quick." No pun intended, but like,
yes, sir.
Like I said, like honestly, because like I said, for me, music, I love selling beats. I love working with artists.
Yeah.
But for me, this is why I love watching podcasts and doing podcasts and so forth. They give light. They give a voice to some of these people who've been trying to give one. Like what we doing, like what we doing right now. Bro, like you're somebody who definitely been deserving a voice over the years, over a lot of these producers. Not saying that a lot of that the producers didn't earn their stripes, but some of the producers were able to, talk their shit. And it's a lot of producers that put on for the internet producer industry that still never got to, really never talk their shit the way they should. And hopefully I'm able to find, Vybez or Johnny and really, get that conversation going the way we should.
Yeah, 100%.
Just like how, Taz, Internet Money, we always give our, dues and respects to them. I feel like, it's a lot more people that came a long way that need to get their credit too. And people who are, there are people who are just coming in the game, making mad noise. Like, shoot, like, bro, trust me, like, I'm interviewing this. I interviewed this guy twice already for the podcast, Vanish Beats. This kid is only, he basically, he's 16 right now, bro. Going crazy, getting placements, and started a label.
Nice, that's crazy.
So
Fair
like,
play to him.
So like, bro, like I be thinking like, cause like, bro, me and you, like we just came from that, like we just came from that time, like you feel me?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
That's what I said. Like I love the shit, man. Like I love how the new generation is just. But actually, speaking of the new generation, let's actually, because me and you, we've been in the internet game for so long. That we can actually give our voice and opinion on, because like I was like trust me, bro. Like when people think like, oh, you 27, you 23, like what y'all talking about? Oh no, trust me, bro. Like I was dabbling in this internet shit when I was like literally a kid. Like before I was even old enough, I was dabbling in shit. I was fucking talking to motherfuckers on what's that shit, that AOL shit. Fucking was it that AOL job, the SMS job from back in the day, like that shit. that shit was before MySpace and all that shit. Like so I'm trying to think, what's the first thing we can actually talk about? TikTok. What you think about TikTok?
Bro, it's fucking TikTok's weird one. Like I think it's good in some ways, but in some ways it's not too good. But for a producer, it's a good thing, definitely, because it gives you a chance to be creative and in your own way and get your music across. in ways that like me and you weren't able to. It's like you said, it's for the new generation to kind of come through and do their thing. So yeah, it is good. It is good.
You know how I think about it now? Forget YouTube videos for 3 minutes, because like TikTok algorithms are fucking crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
I say it like this: if a producer can show an artist how lit their beat is in 15 seconds,
Yeah. Yeah, it's
like,
done.
because it's all about time. It's all about time.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And you gotta think about it. These creatives, they're making all their promo videos through TikTok. So
some of these videos I see on TikTok they're just crazy. Like some of the editing and like the creative minds of some of the younger people is so good to see. Like
my girl kicking me in my ass about TikTok right now. Like, babe, you need to be doing this TikTok shit. No, I bullshit you not. Literally all morning before, I came into the office today and, called you for this interview, bro. Like, I bullshit you not. Like, but I'm gonna have her help me with this shit, bro. Like, I'm not old, but I'm old. You feel me? You feel me? Like, so like a lot of this stuff, like, I was late. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I was late to Instagram, late to Snap, bro. I was late to all this shit. I just learned this shit at a certain point, for real. But
the thing is, like, I'm like, I don't know, like if I was like younger now, I'm quite like a shy person. Like, I never like really like show my face. Like, I think I done like one tutorial on YouTube. Like, I've never really been one to like get my face out there. So I don't know if I'd do it. Like, I don't know if it's for me. Maybe.
You know what though?
Yeah.
If you do that, you have to do that by actually going to the studios. I feel like that would be the best way.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
Here's the thing, showing your face on the internet is one thing, but fucking if they're not seeing you out there, what's the point?
Yeah, very true.
Even me, like, honestly, like, oh shit, like, the only time I really like being here in the office is making beats and podcasting. But like, if I want to link with artists and all that, I usually don't really like being here no more, especially like, it's studios and all that shit out there now. And then like, also like, the only time people see my face is probably the podcast mostly. The only other time I really like showing my face, like, I would have to actually go to a official photography studio and actually like get some lit ass pictures. So like, everybody like, they see me like with my, with the beard, they be like, damn, bro, like, you growing your hair out? I'm like, nah, I'm just growing it until my next photo shoot, because I don't want to spend fucking $100-$200 on like 3 fucking haircuts and I only do like 1 fucking photo shoot. What kind of shit?
The thing is, like, as well, like where I live, basically where I live is a retirement town where old people go. So like, if I wanted to link up with artists like rappers, there isn't literally no rappers where I live. That doesn't exist. I need to go to like London or Manchester, Birmingham, if I want to like meet up with people, and obviously that's like a couple hours away. But yeah, where I live, it's just non-existent.
Actually, speaking of you said London, Manchester. We can go into other places, Dubai and everything. Like, me, bro, if people don't know me personally, I've always secretly been a UK fan. I've always been that way. And especially with the new drill scene that's going on out there right now, not even just the drill scene. I've been seeing UK from, like, I'm not gonna lie, not just drill. I've been noticing R&B, like R&B and alternative. Y'all have been killing it out there. So, I feel like this should be an episode, especially me being a UK lover and me who should be knowing about more of the UK artists that are out there. I'm gonna let you explain some of your favorites, and then also let you explain some of the UK artists that you think not only just America, but all the other countries should be listening to right now?
I probably, if I had to put it into like a percentage, probably 90% of my like Spotify is American and 10% is English. I don't actually listen to a lot of UK artists, which is quite bad, to be fair. But the ones I do listen to, like when I was in school, I used to listen to a lot of grime, which is like a kind of it's like 140 BPM. It's quite like an aggressive. It's not. It is rap, but it's like I'm like MCing.
I work with a couple of grime artists.
Like I used to love it back in school. I listened to like P Money, like Gets, Dog Rotten, Chip. Who else I used to listen to? P Money. Like literally loads of artists like back in the day, which is what I mainly listen to. Even to this day, like I am, as bad as it sounds, I'm not that up to date with what is popping in the UK at the moment. Well, I listen. We can give this conversation a twist then. Because here's the thing: it's good to know that other countries like listening to other countries, knowing that 90% is from America. What are some of the ones you're playing over here? Artists from the US you're playing over here. Who are they?
Yeah.
So I think he's from Canada. Night Lavelle. Like Night Lavelle is basically always on my phone. Like I fuck with his shit so heavy. Like my favorite, if I had to say my favorite artist of all time, it's probably A$AP Rocky. As I said before, Clams Casino inspired my music because of his mixtape with Rocky, and that like love for A$AP Rocky just started there. Like just the whole sound and the cloud rap kind of like just I just love him, man. It's just inspired me so heavy.
For me,
and then
for me, I've always loved A$AP.
Yeah, it's hard not to, bro. His especially his old music, man. It is just fucking legendary. It's so good.
I'm gonna say, okay, we talking about old music because my favorite mixtape. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna call it a mixtape. I'm going to call it an album because Live Love A$AP. As much as they counted as a mixtape, that felt like a lit album to me. What was your favorite song off of Live Love A$AP?
It's either Palace or What's Up. I think it's either one of those. Like the intro to Palace, man, it just gets me every time. It's just so heavy and it's just the best thing. I swear down. It's so good.
That's my second favorite. I'm not even gonna bullshit. My first, too many hits.
Yeah, there's way too many.
Too many hits. Hold on. I'm gonna have to. Let's hold on. Let's do this real quick. I'm gonna have to fucking pull. I'm gonna have to pull. Yes, I'm gonna have to pull up the track list. I'm sorry, bro, because like I'm only going like I said, freaking Palace is my second favorite, but I gotta pull up this track list, bro. Let's see. If I had to choose my favorite, it's between.
So hard.
It's between Houston Old Head and fucking Triller.
Bro, I'm looking through the track list now. There is not one bad song on there. It is so good.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why it's so hard because like freaking like even bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I kind of hurt myself not even saying Purple Swag Chapter 2, but like that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like Houston Old Head, that shit. Life
so good.
Just a bitch. And bitch is like the hoe. Like,
so good.
That's just my shit, bro. Every time, bro. That like if my brother put that shit on, I'm like, oh, turn that shit up right now, bro. Turn it on, turn it up. Like, don't even turn this shit. Don't. Like, yo, like I fucking like honestly, and then Peso is like, come on, like how can you not like that song? And then he had the video with it, like come on, like
so
like,
good.
Like I gotta pull a Quilly voice, come on, like you feel me?
Fuck, man. I'm definitely have to go and bum that after. I need to just listen to it again.
Man, honestly, if you ask me, I've been listening to a lot of like lo-fi, funk and vaporwave.
Lo-fi music is unreal. It's such a good music just to like put on in the background, like chill out to, man. It's so good.
I'm actually supposed to be interviewing a artist probably either later on today or tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on the time, but you know, like you got some lo-fi artists that you listen to?
I've just literally like on my Spotify, I've got just like this playlist, which is like, you know, like these Spotify playlists, which interchange all the time. I just got that, and I kind of, whenever I'm like doing work or like I just want to kind of chill out, I just whack that on, man, and just got it in the background. It's just such good vibey music, man. So good.
You gotta listen to my homegirl, Lost Mind. She's from Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. I'm gonna send you her page as soon as we get off.
I'll definitely check that out. 100%.
But so getting back into the UK topic, for me, some of the artists that I'm listening to right now are definitely, you know, the 98s. I've been a big fan of Fumes the Engineer, the movement that he's been doing, bring like the drill season. So so that's how I became a fan of the 98s, but specifically, not even just 98s, but like DA from 98. That is probably like my favorite artist who I'm listening to like separately. Him and Hitman. Because like the one thing is like I was always listening to Skeptica. Heady.
Skepta's a legend. Yeah.
I was listening to Heady one before Drake did the cosign because I was always an M1 on the Beat fan. M1 on the Beat, even though M1 on the Beat is from UK, he's always been linked with people over here like on this side. So, you know, like it's always just a matter of research and like the 67, definitely a fan of them right now. Actually the crazy Banash. I'm a Banash. Actually, Banash. The crazy thing is, and I never ever talk about this on social media ever. My in-house, my partner that signed with me to World of Metropolis. Shout out my guy Falcon. He been signing me from day one when we ain't make shit. We weren't making shit. But shout out to him, bro. He stayed down, man. World stayed down. He's from the UK.
Oh, nice. That's crazy.
London. And he got a placement with Banash back in 2017, if I'm not like this was literally like the same year that I signed him. He got a placement with Banash on the CRG album. But this was back when he was known as Trunks Beats. And that shit literally just went gold.
Really? Wow. Congrats, bro.
Man, like when I heard from Falcon that he went gold, I'm like, we just went gold? And the one producer who I decided to make my partner from out in UK just went gold.
That's crazy.
I said, man, I'm so proud of him. I'm trying to see. I got the song in my Spotify playlist. I'm trying to find the exact name. So if anybody wants to know the name of the song after they get done listening to shit, but Chardins La Ville. That's what the song's called.
Check that out.
Chardins La Ville. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. It's with Banash and Alonzo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Chardins La Ville. That's what it's called. Sweet. Definitely a banger. I mean, even though you know I don't speak French, but you know, I mean, you know, like I said, you know, everything's a learning process, you know.
Yeah.
But before we get into the final two questions of the podcast, what are some placement goals that you're looking towards for 2021 this year?
Wow. Hopefully, if I can get back at like everything going again, like get my music like just kind of gain an audience once again, because I've got to gain it back because I've lost it all. Like I said, like Night Lavelle, man, like I'm listening to him all the time. Like if I can work with him, and he like got like a proper dark sound, and it's kind of, I think if I can get the chance, I'll be able to make a proper good dark like grimy song with him. It'd be so good. So that's definitely someone I'd like to work with, 100%. Who else, to be fair? Ryan Trey. I've been bumping Ryan Trey as well. Ryan Trey is crazy. I'd definitely like to get some work with him, but we'll have to see if I can make it happen. Ryan Trey is crazy.
For sure. And the one thing I will say is, one thing my mama always taught me, bro, is never say if.
Yes.
You miss out on your blessings. You miss out on your blessings when you say if.
Yeah.
My mama always taught me, don't say if, because then you're putting that in the universe.
That's very true.
I still do it sometimes too, but I be trying not to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's still a habit, but I'm getting better at not doing it.
Yeah, that's good, man. I need to start doing that as well.
All right, bet. So my last final question, and coming off your hiatus and everything, this probably will be a difficult question, but I will still ask it anyway because you had the experience of an internet producer. If a Let Me Rap With You fan was chilling with you right now, making beats with you, and they about to walk out the house, and you can only give them one last gem to help them with their career, what would you tell them?
Damn. What would I tell him? I think if I can relate back to my own situation, having a balance, as we said before. Don't overdo it. Don't burn yourself out because you'll ruin it for yourself like I did. You want to make sure you're healthy. You want to make sure you're looking after your mental health. But at the same time, you've got to work hard, man. This industry is a very difficult industry to get into. And it's so difficult to find the balance between working your ass off to having family time, having time with your missus, with your mates. So just to find that balance and look after yourself, but work fucking hard because this is a hard ass industry. Definitely.
For sure. And bro, man, I appreciate you, showing up.
Thank you for having me on, bro.
Man, because our history, man, goes back I think this 2021, so it's like a decade plus that I've been, watching you do this shit, bro, and it's just, fucking unbelievable, to just come back. Like, honestly, like I said, I probably haven't had an episode this lit since my homie Brandon Chapper came back. We had our discussion because it's so many people that helped me in my come up when I was rapping. You, Libra, Big Blaze, Drew Taylor, DW, Chapper, Noah Cuz, Southside D. It's so even though I transitioned to doing beats and productions, y'all still supported me. Y'all still hooked me up with the kit bundles for the right price because y'all know I was going through my shits, had my budgets and all that, but y'all still hooked me up with the right price. I think you hooked me up with that bundle, $20, I think. I wish I can go back to that PayPal transaction. I literally think you hooked me up that bundle $20, bro. I bullshit you not.
Nah, that's nothing, bro. It's calm. That's what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
Gotta look after people.
I gotta start getting some hits with them kits. That's what I need to start doing. Look it out for you. I gotta start getting some hits with them kits. That's what I need to fucking do. Bro, you already know. Man, it's definitely gonna be great when this episode drops because people gonna be shocked. Cause niggas don't know. Like we gonna do it the same way we always do. That's why I love my pre-recordings at the moment. Cause they were like, Larkin did an interview.
That'd be crazy. I'm gonna have to listen to it back. I hate listening to my own voice as well, bro. It's just gonna sound like I said. Like I'm quite shy. So this is so weird. Like never done anything like this before. This is strange, bro.
It's all good, bro. But y'all already know. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my boy showing up. But you know how we do with the outro. And shit, we actually got some bit of this shit left. About to fucking, get lit, probably put on some ASAP my damn self with this last little bit of the blunt.
Yes, sir.
Fucking, it's your boy 215 Gummy Beats, aka Streets, aka you already know this. Your boy Larkin in the building. Let Me Rap With You podcast. And we are out for the day or night or wherever y'all are, because I know we in 2 different time zones right now with this call. But, peace to y'all. Larkin, my brother, thank you for showing up.
I appreciate you, bro. Keep in good health and look after yourself.
I will, bro. You too.
Good, bro. Yeah, thank you, bro.
What's up?